Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hey, hi, hello. My name is Jessie. I'm a multi-dimensional light worker, and often on this channel, I just kind of like talk about some things, hoping that it allows you to have a little bit more love and compassion for yourself. And now I am also doing more light worker type of stuff, which is actually what we're going to be doing today. We are going to do a multi-dimensional clearing with the assistance of some of the archangels of light. This is very similar-ish. It's something that I do in my multi-dimensional session. So if at the end of this you are like, I just want it to be more personalized to me and have all of the extra stuff that gets done in those sessions as well, you can book that using the link in the description. I also have like Reiki sessions that I do and human design sessions that I do as well. But let's get into it. Please only watch this if you are chilling. Be relaxed. Be at home. Maybe before you're falling asleep. I don't want anybody like operating any vehicles and stuff like that. If you see my hand, I do have a pendulum. This is just kind of how I check in with like how the clearing is going, and if I have like a yes or no question. So that'll be somewhere over here. It'll definitely have my hand on the screen because I don't got space like that. But let's get into it. So first, I just want to say thank you to God, Source, Universe for connecting me with all of you who are open to receive. Definitely set the intention that you're open to receive as well in this session. I set the intention that we are all lifted to a transmutative state, that any messages, any of the clearing, anything that comes through is for the highest good and the highest timeline of those that are watching and receiving, and that any shifts happen with ease and as gently and are integrated as effortlessly as possible. I call in all of my multidimensional healing abilities. And I call in the archangels of light. I call in Archangel Raphael in the east, Archangel Michael in the south, Archangel Gabriel in the west, Archangel Uriel in the north, Archangel Sandalphon below, and Archangel Metatron above. Love that. So let's go ahead and start with Archangel Michael, bringing in the electric blue light and his sword of truth. We ask that he releases, cuts any cords that are no longer serving us. Any cords to people, to places, to systems. Allowing us to be released. I'm getting a lot of like to systems, which makes sense because, I mean, especially if you're in the States, the systems are trying to keep their grip, but there's a lot that's hard to ignore right now. Which is a good thing. Again, with ease and gentle and effortless integration. Those are our intentions. Very nice. Next, we're going to work with Archangel Raphael, bringing in the element of air. And the green, emerald green light, clearing any mental blocks, any outdated like thought systems. It's very heavy. Mine feels very heavy. Tapping in. Allowing the collective consciousness to raise its frequency. The mind isn't a physical thing, so it's very connected far and wide with each other. So releasing like the overlapping thoughts that may not be your own, so that you can also be more intentional with yours and kind of notice what's actually not like your personal thoughts and what's not serving you. There's a lot of like what ifing that's coming up. What if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? And that like collectively also isn't something that serves. It keeps you kind of in a hamster wheel. So we're gonna let go of what ifing and focus on this is what I'm doing. That is good. I do have cards here, so I'm actually gonna pull a card for this one. This is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So we're gonna see what comes up, just kind of about the mental state or mental state. Being able to shift. Because often our steps don't really start to happen without adjusting your thoughts first. Doesn't have to be that way, but often we get stuck just in the thought process of things. And it kind of hinders our ability to actually move. Because again, there's so many what ifing. I'm going to take this one. This is the Desert Prince. It's about survival and false promises. Holy fuck. How interesting. So yeah, letting go of the false promises and just allowing yourself to know that like you know what actually is going to be true and what isn't. It's just kind of nice to believe these things. It's kind of like if you are single and have met somebody and they're saying like all the right things, but you just like feel like something's off, but like mentally you're like but they're saying all the right things, but like the action isn't there. So allowing yourself to almost like release the thoughts of like, yes, this is what I want, so that you can drop back into your body a little bit more and see where things aren't actually true. It's really, again, coming into yourself, because collectively, when you let go of tapping into everybody else's stuff or being more aware of what actually is your own, then you can come back into your body and just be like, no, that doesn't feel right to me. I'm gonna look up the book really quick because I know there is usually like an exalted and low like protection version. Not low, but a protection version. And I feel like we're the Challenger version, and that's what I'm actually being called to read. Don't be fooled by the beauty of the Desert Prince now. You're being faced with a mirage. Sometimes you can't see the truth because your thirst for achievement and recognition may blind you to the true nature of your situation. Perhaps, too, circumstances prevent you from being able to see with clarity. Beware when faced with something that seems too perfect, miraculous, and easy. If you think it's too good to be true, it is. Abso-fucking-lutely. And this is also kind of something that, again, just collectively, we are so tapped into this, like, so many people want the recognition. Like, we're told and taught that that's what success is, but reframing your mind into knowing that success doesn't have to look like that, because who cares if you have all of the money? Who cares if there's so many people like watching you and, you know, praising you if you aren't actually happy like in your heart and in your soul. Reframing what success looks like to you is really important. This like pulls into the back of my neck for people. It's like the stress of wanting to fit into this, like, this is how I'm supposed to be recognized, this is what success looks like. It's like causing this stress of trying to fit yourself into a box. So let's go ahead and also release some of that. It's also pulling into my throat. It's just like the expression, like your true expression isn't coming out because you're trying to find things, trying to find the path in like this boxed in way, when like you have your own path. Ooh, yeah. Now it's like traveling down into the solar plexus, which is like personal power and stuff like that. That is something that comes in my multi-dimensional sessions as I do like the chakras. But if after this, like, I also have just a Reiki session as well, to kind of like help clear and balance those. Whew, that was intense. I guess I'm not surprised, so I should have expected that. All right, are we good to move on? Yes, okay. Let's move into like the physical body. It's gonna be with Archangel Uriel, bringing in like the ruby red light. There's some gold in there as well, very grounded energy. Very earth energy. And here we're gonna remove any psychic implants, any blocks, anything that's draining your energy, any suctions, any just siphons, anything that is like attached to you in your energy field, whether that's like externally or like physically. Just allow those things to be removed gently. My hip just popped. I love that shit. I didn't intend for this to be for me as well, but I know I keep saying us, so like I'm also getting it while being tapped into you. So that's really funny. And this is coming in through like the things that you watch from like social media, from the news if you're a news watcher, just the conversations that you hear, the music that you listen to. Like, it's okay to take in information and to see the things, but just doing so in such a mindful manner, because very quickly right now, it's like bogging everything down. There's so much just like energy, like parasites that have been coming in and are trying to like stop the progress from switching physically on a grounded level. So just being mindful of what you're taking in, and noticing and noting like, okay, I'm done for the day. I need to do some fun stuff. Because when you do more fun things, then your frequency gets lighter and it's harder for things to actually like grab onto. Still can happen, but it's harder for things to actually like snatch into. My pendulum's like yes, at the moment. There is more to do in there. I feel like I can tell within like the third eye and stuff, but that's still more like Reiki oriented and more multi-dimensional oriented, but that's still like a good start because some of the stuff cleared out. Whew. Yeah, exhale it out. Deep breath in, exhale it out. Releasing. I love it so much. Okay, are we good to move on? Yes. Do we want a card for that one? No. I have one more deck and then like a tiny deck that's very like to the point. I'm so moving on with Archangel Gabriel, the element of water, bringing in diamond white light. I'm seeing like baby seals. I kind of want to look up what baby, I don't have my phone next to me. I don't know what baby seals are about. But it's almost like this like innocence and like fragility is coming in. That's interesting. But I guess that makes sense. Like emotionally, so much is changing so fast that we're still like everything feels so new and almost chaotic. And we're like so innocent to all of it, and it's like, ugh. But clearing the emotional body, it's also very like icy is what I'm seeing too. It's like things need to melt down. Letting your emotional body be a little bit softer. You know, things don't have to be said with ice. It doesn't have to be cold. It doesn't have to come through harsh. But allowing like you yourself and your emotions to kind of soften and relax, so that then with everything that's happening and coming across people who may have different opinions than you or might be in their own heightened state, you can still like kind of see them with that softness instead of that harshness. And again, because we are so collectively connected, just having that automatically like gives them space to soften too. Doesn't always happen that way, but it gives them the space to. And then it also feels better for you. And then that starts to shift kind of how everything is around you as well. It's funny because I was expecting to like deal with fear in this, but I mean, I'm sure in like personal sessions, stuff like that would come up, but this is very just like, no, just soften. Let go of your hate, let go of your anger, feel it. Okay, I got interrupted, so I was able to grab my phone and look up what a seal pup is. And it's talent, playfulness, imagination. The seal works with the elements of water and earth. Being happiest at sea, the seal comes to land to give birth and rest. So really like allowing yourself to rest. The seal on land is very clumsy, and he will overcome any obstacles that are in his way. So I feel like really allowing yourself to sit with like that playfulness and just allow it to not be perfect. And knowing that like nobody's perfect. It doesn't exist. So like emotionally, as you soften, know that it's not going to be this like perfectly whatever thing, but see it as play. Like if you catch yourself being a little bit more grumbly again, just kind of be like, oh, self, and like let yourself like fumble through it, because the more you just let yourself fumble through it, the better at it you're gonna get, just kind of like anything else. And again, then you get to extend that to other people. Awesome. Do we want a card for that one? Yes. Thank you. This is going to be Spirit Animal Oracle. Again, they call it Baron Reed. Apparently I've been liking her stuff lately because in my pick a card too, I did that. Bam. Bam. Wait, give it. Oh, it's giving me the second card. No, it's giving me the second card. Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Oh, I love it so much. Because when we start letting ourselves not be so tied down to things and what we think they're supposed to look like, and having that perfect mindset and doing things perfectly, it allows things to come in that you could never imagine. So again, emotionally, as you're like fumbling along, like you might be surprised at what comes in. As mentally, we're kind of like letting go of this collective consciousness, you might be absolutely surprised and just like intrigued at your own life. And like, that's such a joyous space to be in. One, because as you're focusing on yourself and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Then you can kind of look at other people's lives as well and be like, oh my gosh, how cool is that? I don't want anything to do with that kind of way. But like, so cool that like that was an option for somebody. I also love that this is card 8, very just like abundance. Like as you let things be a mystery and allow yourself to do things in your own way and release everybody else's stuff and soften, like just so much, like the abundance of just good that comes in has the ability to come in when we create the space for it. Let's see if anything jumps out from the little bookie. In my sessions, I actually do send you pictures of this stuff as well. Because sometimes it says the same stuff and sometimes it's like, no, completely different. And this one also has Oracle message and protection message, but for this, I'm being called to the Oracle message. So let's see. She brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of intellect. Trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reasons and facts will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus, and you will see between the lines and observe what has been hidden there all along. So good. It's like you allow yourself to be exposed to all this other goodness when you just like stop clinging so hard to the emotional stuff and clinging so hard to, like the mind stuff, and stop clinging so hard to, your social media and just being addicted to like being exposed to things. Like it's that slowing down kind of process. Awesome. So again, I set the intention that everything that was done in this session and released in this session integrates as effortlessly as possible, as gently as possible, and with as much ease as possible. And then we thank the archangels for coming in and holding space for us, and also doing this clearing. And yeah, we're gonna pull this one last like angel whispers card. Again, these are just like very direct, and that will be that. Thank you so much for letting me play. I usually do my sessions as recorded sessions, just audio, so not gonna lie, this is very much out of my box. So thanks for frolicking. Go outside among nature to ground yourself and center your soul. My lights. There we go. No, focus. There we go. Again, just kind of allow yourself to disconnect from the noise. There's so much noise going on. So getting outside in nature, allowing yourself to connect with like the little things and the things that bring you joy personally. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really do hope this is helpful and that you can feel a difference. Please consider liking and subscribing. I will be doing more of this, as well as like a lot of my little chatty stuff that I like to do as well. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.